insane. Look at this.
Must
Argent
Divine
Squire.
Shield Paladin.
Wow.
That's something that seen some play like half a year ago, I think.
More than half a year ago, I think.
Toshli,
Oh, Toshli.
an unstable portal. Okay, that will be a fine match. I love the unstable portal, but only as a spectator. So
I love Toshli as well. I mean, Toshli, and maybe we will see some Antonidas, because the spare parts shenanigans that Mage can put out with Antonidas is just off the chain. I mean, imagine getting a spare part that gives stealth, and then giving an Antonidas stealth.
oh man,
It's just game over from
that's
there.
insane. And
But-
also, we got over $900. Look, you
Oh, already raised. Yeah, we can probably reach 1,000 today for sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyway, the Strife. I'm really excited to see the Strifecro Paladin. I mean, all those Divine Shields with the Blood Knight, and Paladin definitely has a lot of good new Divine Shield cards. You see the Anoitron right now, which is a neutral card, but there's also like Shielded Mini Bot. You can use the Cork Hammer to give a minion Divine Shield and Taunt.
Sure.
So there's plenty of opportunities to synergize with Divine Shields, that's for sure. So the Blood Knight is definitely a good card.
Oh, we have a bug. We don't see one of the cards that Strifecro has, and also, look at the rope.
Yeah, it's definitely very weird right now, but I hope this will be fixed hopefully soon.
Well, I think that might be fixed by Strifecro re-inviting our admins to spectate the game, so I hope they will resolve that soon. But now Unstable Portal is being cast on turn 2, and Druid of the Claw.
That is a big draw actually, because you don't really want to get those cheap minions with Unstable Portal, to be fair. Not even if it's like a 3-drop that you can play immediately after that.
It's still not bad if it's a decent 3-drop, but yes, you're right.
Yeah, definitely accelerating with that Unstable Portal into something big is way better usually.
Follow the rule.
That Peacekeeper would have been much better for the upcoming Druid of the Claw, but how can you
look at
predict
this.
that? Echo of Medivh! Oh man.
Wow. I don't even know what kind of minions he wants to get into his hand with that Echo of Medivh. He has to play
That's-
some cheap minions, I would assume.
That's a really weird deck.
Shall I strike?
So here's a Tinkertown. That indicates that he is playing also a lot of mechs.
Yeah, he definitely wants to get the spare parts into his hand for the Antonidas, and he has the cards to do it. He has Toshli, he has Tinkertown Technician, but he obviously will need some mechs. And yeah, so we will most likely see something like Chugga Chugga, as you said, but some other kind of mechs. You obviously need a certain amount of mechs to make those cards like Tinkertown Technician playable. And yeah, I mean, if we see plenty of mechs, then Goblin Blast Mage is also a really insane
Oh
card.
yeah, I forgot about that card. Yeah, that's one of the best cards that Mage actually got in the expansion. He's a great for his mana cost. It's a 5/4 creature, and it's even better than a basic Arcane Missiles because it got 4 missiles if I remember
definitely.
it correctly. So really great.
So there we see the first mech being drawn for Frezzar.
What
Mech
is
Warper.
unfortunate for Frezzar that Flame Cannon is actually bad against decks like the one that Strifecro is playing, because he's flooding the board with small minions.
Yeah, Paladin is definitely not a good class to face when you have a Flame Cannon. All those 1/1s are just getting in the way.
But it's easy, you have to play Arcane Explosion. I still wonder what is that card that Strifecro has in his hand that we can't see. It kinda sucks. I
Maybe
really
there
hope
isn't,
though.
maybe there isn't a card. Is there a card?
But I think he has to have a card there because he had only 2 cards left in his hand in turn 1,
Let me think.
and
Yeah.
he was supposed to get 3. But I hope that Strifecro sees that card and it's not a problem for him.
Right now we see that Cork Hammer in action, getting great value, killing the Druid of the Druid of the Claw without the other people dying,
Quickly.
and getting a weapon in the process is also really good. Unfortunately, that weapon is not enough to deal with this Mech Warper. Interesting that he decides to attack with Mech Warper though.
Well, he really wants to kill the Mech Warper even with the recruit there. It's still a too powerful of card that can be left on the board.
Yeah, he's doing that in case that Frezzar deals with this Aldor Peacekeeper without using the Mech Warper. Oh wow, this is...
The spare parts are really great for Archmage, Archonitis. There are like 3 fireballs for them.
Yeah, and Toshli will give him even more, like we most likely see Toshli being played next turn. And Paladin will actually have a very hard time against Toshli. The stats of Toshli are definitely very strong.
Well, if he draws in the quality, there's no problem there. But Master Pro Battle will go now, and you did question the attack with the Cockhammer, right? And that's one of the answers, because he would not be able to utilize all the durability points that he has on the weapon when he draws in the Master Pro Battle. And that's one of the answers to a Quartermaster, but
there's no
Frezzar has no mech.
Yeah, that is a little bit rough, and
that would be insanely good in this position.
But still, yeah, the Quartermaster is gonna hurt for sure. But
he hasn't. He has to draw into a Flame Strike here.
Definitely.
And he also has.
If he even plays Flame Strike, that is.
Yeah, but I think Frezzar has to take into account that there might be a Quartermaster somewhere in his hand, so he has to kill every single recruit there. Chugga chugga.
Chugga chugga, a little bit too late.
If he only would be drawn at the start of the turn. Oh no, wait, that Goblin was drawn, so it wasn't an option really. Too bad for Frezzar. This is not a good sight to behold. When you're playing against a Quartermaster.
Pretty sure he needs to kill off that those 1/1s. He might even use a flame cannon.
Think so? He killed one, but he didn't opt to use the flame
he
strike.
does use a flame cannon. This is gonna be one more Silverhand recruit that's gonna get buffed by the Quartermaster.
Oh man.
+10, +10, Lothar.
That's some insane value.
Oh my goodness. And
Trump just got an alert on his email or whatever that someone got insane value right now.
he needs Flame Strike. Frezzar needs Flame Strike here.
That's not a Flame Strike. It's a flame, but it's a fireball. Well, it seems like it's almost over. The Goblin has no value right now. Every single creature that Frezzar will play will be just, you know, is either being ignored or just overrun by this by the recruits.
What to do?
Yeah, Frezzar is considering playing Archmage Antonidas to maybe raise, but that's not going to be possible.
Yeah. Heavy overload for weapons with Strifecro's Paladin. There are two Cockhammers, at least one True Silver Champion, at least one Sword of Justice, and 2 Master for Battle. That's a lot of weapons.
Is this lethal? 12, 14, 18. Oh, 1 damage off.
Strifecro play with old face. And he will be at healthy 22 points of damage, so even with double fireball, that's only 17 points of damage from Frezzar incoming.
He decides actually to clear the Antonidas.
Well, he still have lethal next turn.
Unless Flame Strike is drawn.
Then it's 2 damage. Nope, that's not a Flame Strike.
Yeah, he doesn't get it, and that's gonna be game. There's no way that Frezzar can deal with this board otherwise, and it will be too much damage to handle. Frezzar sees it, concedes it, and loses game 1 to Strifecro. Strifecro going 1-0 in the lead with his Paladin deck. Very strong performance indeed. An interesting build as well, with all the Divine Shields and Blood Knight.
Makes sense.
A more aggressive route with the Coghammer as well. Definitely going for some good early game trades to establish board presence early.
If you're playing Divine Shields with Blood Knights, then Coghammer makes sense because it's an additional Divine Shield.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's just more early game focused instead of that, it doesn't really have that late game element with the late game threats, and maybe doesn't even run like the equality pyromancer combo or whatever.
I think so. It might actually cut those.
Yeah, and
So, what do you think? What will Frezzar use in this situation? He still has Warrior and Paladin. Will we see a mirror match here?
oh man, I don't think a mirror match is what Frezzar wants to go for here.
With all the Divine Shields, right?
Because I'm pretty sure his deck is a little bit slower if he plays the standard Paladin that we've seen before. And I'm pretty sure that Strifecro's Paladin in the mirror just is way better.
But we got a word here that Frezzar will be using his Paladin. Maybe he's playing Pyromancers in his own deck. Maybe it's a different Paladin, but I don't think so. Pyromancers will be an answer to the type of Paladin that Strifecro plays, but still.
Here's the thing.
Okay,
Here's the thing about Strifecro's deck.
Yeah.
The fact that he runs so much early game usually it makes you think that it's like super vulnerable to mass removal, and then it just kind of doesn't draw enough gas.
Oh, look at this! He is playing Pyromancers.
That is Frezzar.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Strifecro. He plays Lay on Hands as well as Cold Master in his deck, so he has plenty of draw even if he runs out of gas early. And also, he's not even that vulnerable to mass removal thanks to all the Divine Shields. So his board is actually going to be very resilient most of the time.
I still think my Pirate Paladin was better.
Well, we will see what this matchup's going to go. Like, Big Game Hunter is definitely going to be useless in this matchup for sure for Frezzar, as well as probably some other cards. Iron Beak Owl, though, can be very good in this matchup, getting rid of Divine Shields, getting rid of buffed Blood Knight, but he doesn't even know about the Blood Knight yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know. But you can think about it, like, if someone uses so much Divine Shields, why wouldn't you use the Blood Knight? It's just too good.
Definitely a card that you don't necessarily expect, that's for sure.
Strifecro can actually just play the Cockhammer, kill the Recruit, and just go face, and then play the Black Knight next turn. Or the second option is the Sword of Justice and make the same move, but without actually doing any Divine Shield here. This is really a different build of Paladin. Frezzar opted for a full control Paladin.
Yeah, I mean, we will definitely see that Master for Battle Quartermaster combo, I would assume.
Well, I don't think so, because there are 10 Paladin players, and let me check that info. We have 12 Quartermasters being used in overall, and 12 Master for Battle.
You what, mate? Well, that's certainly interesting. I mean, I don't think that
So
Paladin...
that's 6 decks, right? Because
Yeah.
everyone that uses Quartermasters and Master for Battle will use both with 2 copies.
Yeah, that's certainly interesting. Maybe the stats are a little bit wrong, but maybe not. I mean, I don't see Quartermaster not seeing play Master for Battle. The combo just goes too well together.
Look,
Play.
there's a Bolvar in Frezzar hands, and this is a card that just works perfectly with Master for Battle. We have to check the decks after the tournament. It's really weird, and like I said before this stream even happened, Master for Battle is a staple for every single Paladin, I think.
Yeah, I don't know about not adding Quartermaster, to be fair, because I think like playing Master for Battle without Quartermaster is like playing Force of Nature without Savage Roar.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
It's slower than Savage Roar because there's no, than Force of Nature, but at least your minions are sticking to the board.
Yeah, I guess maybe some players chose to just rely on this sort of justice to buff Master for Battle minions.
But there's also only 12 Master for Battle being used.
Oh, then the stats are wrong. Everyone just uses Master for Battle. Never mind that. Let's focus on the game here at hand, because we see a lot of interesting stuff being drawn. Frezzar has that Bolvar for Dragon in hand. I don't think it's gonna be that useful though if Strifecro, because Strifecro is probably gonna have a good answer to that.
Well, the Bolvar should be at least 3-7 at this point, I think. I'm not sure, but I think it's 3-7. What are the options here? You can use the Aldo Peacekeeper and spawn a new minion. You can use Pyromancer and Consecration, but it still leaves the Quartermaster alive.
I would probably just opt for a Consecration plus hero power here. You still have a way to clear the board with Pyromancer equality.
Yeah, you're right.
I wonder.
Of course, you could also use Pyromancer, just use Pyromancer equality here already if you don't expect anything bigger to hit the board. Because Strifecro is playing more of an aggressive type of deck, then you don't really need Pyromancer equality combo.
Frezzar didn't see a lot from that Paladin, to be honest, so he might be not sure what he's facing, but he opted for the equality Pyromancer combo, clearing the board in process and leaving a 2-2, a 1-1 creature on board.
For duty.
But what is important in this matchup is that even if Frezzar isn't using the Quartermaster himself, Strifecro doesn't know that, and Strifecro may assume that everyone is using that combo, right?
I'm actually curious right now if Strifecro is
Let
gonna
me think.
pull the trigger on this Blood Knight now. He could go for Argent Squire Hero Power Blood Knight in this situation. What he could also do though is just Coghammer this 1-1. Yeah, that's also a very nice play set up for an even bigger Blood Knight, but then if that happens, he's gonna get punished hard by Big Game Hunter.
Yeah, but I think that's the reason I just said that he thinks that Frezzar might be using the Quartermaster, so he wants to kill the 1-1s. Oh look, he is using Master for Battle. Okay.
Yeah, of course, everyone should be using Master for Battle and
We have to
Quartermaster.
check
There's
those stats then.
no exception. At least this is actually also tricky
Reporting for duty.
to see if Frezzar attacks the Divine Shield. Yes, he does, which is a natural move, but now, but now maybe he will go for a Neutral into Blood Knight.
I think you use Cultmaster. Oh no, there's a second dimension. Well, you can use Blood Knight, then Cultmaster, sacrifice your 2 creatures, and kill the one of the 1-1s that will be remaining. So you will draw 2 cards, and you will still have 1 6/6 creature on board and a Cultmaster.
Let me think.
So we will see Coldmaster and Blood Knight maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, this is the best play against what Frezzar has in his hand for sure.
Okay, Strifecro is first pulling the trigger to draw 1 card, which is very wise.
Now the Blood Knight. And another card. And probably getting rid of that final one of those 1/1 Hammer.
Now the problem is that Frezzar has to use the owl for that 6/6 creature, but then there's a Tyrion on next turn, and Frezzar doesn't have an answer to that. How much attack had that for Bolvar? Did you see that?
No, I didn't, but it's probably already like 5 or 6.
Yeah, or even more.
I wonder.
There was like 4 creatures on the board, so that's at least 6-7.
Okay, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Uses the minion and the weapon to deal with the Coldmaster. Alder Peacekeeper is gonna deal with the Blood Knight.
And Bolvar 9/7
Oh
stats.
my god, that is huge. And Strifecro doesn't have anything right now to deal with this Bolvar.
Oh wow, that Bolvar is actually a huge threat. 5 mana for a 9/7 creature, dude.
Yeah, usually people say that Bolvar is just... many people say that Bolvar is just pretty bad because the effect can get dealt with so easily. No matter if it's like Big Game Hunter or Alder Peacekeeper or Silence or something like that. But once there is no answer, then Bolvar is
Yeah.
just a
And
way
that
to win
Tyrion
the-
will get silenced right now.
Put your faith in the
So,
light.
wow. This is actually huge. And a Defender of Argus. So he can actually ignore the Tyrion and just go face for 10 damage. And set up lethal for next turn. If the Volvar will still be alive.
Oh man.
I think you do that.
Yeah, there's certainly a possibility. I'm pretty sure Frezzar, that's what Frezzar is gonna do.
Or maybe you use the Master for Battle and Argus some other creatures, but they are vulnerable to Consecration, so I would rather prefer...
Oh, this is also interesting, yeah, that he taunts up the smaller ones.
Yeah. Those will get wrecked from the Consecration that Strifecro has in his hand. So Tyrion will clear the Bolvar because it's just too big of a threat.
Yeah, I mean it's a fine play though, because it keeps the Bolvar safe if there is not if there isn't a consecration or something like that. It keeps it safe from attacks from Tyrion, for example, and ensures that more damage will get punched through. But thanks to consecration, Strifecro will be able to deal with this board very effectively.
After you use Consecration, you still have mana to use your hero power and play one of the Annoyatrons. And I think that is the correct move here. Your Blood Knight will kill the remaining Defender of Argus after the Consecration, and your Tyrion will kill the Bolvar.
You can actually just also use the Coghammer, right? You can kill off your own Blood Knight, so the Coghammer ensures that...
Oh wait, right! And then you have a Divine Shield on your Tyrion,
Yeah.
and Tyrion will be still alive.
And taunt, you will have taunt again, that's also relevant.
Yeah, you're right. That's the best move here. Very well done by Strifecro.
So Tyrion returning to his kind of usual self with the
Yeah.
Divine Shield and taunt, regaining
With the
that.
Ashbringer this time.
Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
Seal of Light. That's not enough damage to kill the Tyrion. He really needs a Quartermaster here.
Man, the Coghammer is just doing serious work in this deck for Strifecro. I mean, that card has been pretty amazing so far. I really like this deck.
Definitely the best weapon in the set from those Cog weapons.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, as we see, Paladin got a lot of great tools in GVG. So
Paladin is the most buffed class in GVG, I think.
and deservingly, because Paladin has been in a rough spot in the previous meta game.
He was struggling a lot, that's true. He was at the bottom of the food chain of Hearthstone classes, but now he's one of the top contenders, and I really like that a lot. The metagame switched, and we are seeing a lot of new kind of decks. So now it's 11 points of damage, excuse me, 13 points of damage maximum from Strifecro if he would use the True Silver Champion and Quartermaster.
I'm pretty sure he's just... Strifecro is just pretty much safe if you place Lay on Hands here. He has enough ways to deal with this board. So he just has to clear board every time now.
Knife Juggler, that is important. Do you think he will ignore the rest of the 1/1s?
Maybe 6 damage is a lot.
And he can still play the Annoyatron, which is a great card against the Silver-Handed Recruits without the Quartermaster. Oh, second Owl? Well, that's still not enough.
Well, he can clear the board, but that's about it.
Yeah, and he will get 6 damage in return. Seal of Light will heal him for 4. So, is there lethal in next turn from Frezzar? He can get 3 points of damage from Knife Juggler and 1 point of damage. No, 7 points of damage. That's it. That's the maximum that Strifecro can reach next turn. So he's actually 1 point of lethal.
Reporting for duty.
Will he get it? Nope. He still misses 1 point of damage.
Put this apple on your head.
This is a powerful tool in the mirror matches. Knife jugglers with Master for battle.
Oh yeah, for sure. Knife Juggler provides great synergy, especially in a really aggressive build like Strifecro is playing, with those cheap minions like Annoyatron and Argent Squire added to the mix.
True. Equality. Not enough.
Yeah, and the victory is yours, says Frezzar. Strifecro taking this game as well. Paladin going strong for Strifecro, 2-0 so far, and Frezzar down to his last deck now.
And the last deck is Warrior. So Warrior have to 3-0 every single deck from Strifecro, and that is Mage and Druid remaining. So
It's not gonna be easy.
you can say that Strifecro's trademarks are Druid and Mage for now.
Yeah, he used to play a lot of Druid. I mean, he still does. Strifecro obviously has always been known for his innovations in the Druid department, but recently he's been more known for his Mage gameplay. He's been streaming a lot of Mage and performing very well in tournaments with it. So yeah, I mean, definitely Strifecro a top contender whenever playing both those classes. But now he also shows that he's strong with Paladin as well.
Awesome. Really awesome, and we'll be looking forward to the last match, maybe the last match between those two players. And if this will be the case, Paladin once again is doing work by making a 3-0 against someone. Paladin got really buffed in this expansion, so I think also that Strifecro's build is the most refined one. It really fits the whole deck strategy. It feels like a really good build. Like not like a, you know, just throw some cards together. Strifecro has given a lot of thoughts to that deck, and there's a lot of synergy between every single card.
Yeah, definitely a well-oiled machine for sure. I mean, I'm impressed, and I'm pretty sure nobody expected a deck like this, because obviously nobody brought a deck like this except for Strifecro.
Yeah, that's true. We almost have seen every single Paladin apart from Amaz. We didn't see Amaz Paladin.
Yeah, that's right. But Amaz, I'm pretty sure he just plays that standard list that his teammates are running as well.
Okay.
Are they running his... No, they're not. Are they even running? Oh, they're running Paladin. Oops.
Oops. Shots
Never
fired,
mind then.
But missed.
Never mind then.
Okay, we are going to the third match between those two players, Frezzar versus Strifecro, and it's Paladin versus Warrior. And as we can see, Strifecro is using Dr. Boom in his deck, which fits also perfectly the Cultmaster.
And with the Sword of Justice as well.
Yeah, 2/2 bombs.
2/2 bombs.
There aren't you reminded with the bombs from Dr. Boom, like the kind of like the bombs from Mario, right?
No, whenever I see Dr. Boom, I think of Dr. Boom Bombay.
Oh
Dr.
man.
Boombay, right? But yeah, I guess I see what you did there with the Mario bombs. It definitely has a resemblance. However, this is the Warcraft universe, and yeah, Dr. Boom is not from any other game or whatever it is. But I really like the addition of Dr. Boom in Strifecro's deck for sure. I mean, he has praised this card a lot, and it's no surprise to see him play it, obviously.
No, this is a move that will be if Frezzar didn't kill, will not kill the Divine Shield from the Ardent Squire, Strifecro will have a 6/6 creature on board already, but he is using a coin, which means he will play this Torso Champion and kill the Acolyte of Pain.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to ensure there will be no card draw for the Warrior.
Yeah, only wants to give the Acolyte of Pain one card draw. Also wants to prevent that the Acolyte of Pain does something like popping Divine Shields, which are very relevant in this matchup.
Very true, and I think Frezzar will not opt to play the Death Spider just to kill the Divine Shield from the Ardent Squire, but there's also a Fury Warx, so we can actually see this turn a Armorsmith and Fury Warx just to break the Divine Shield from the Ardent Squire. then
Yeah, most likely we will see that Armor Smith see play. The only question that remains is if Strifecro chooses to attack that Armor Smith with a True Sliver, because then he will not have the True Sliver anymore for bigger minions, which might be relevant.
Frezzar already knows of the existence of Blood Knight, so I think he should have used the Fear Works, but he didn't do it. That's really risky, and I think that's the turn when you play the Blood Knight.
Yeah, I actually agree, considering that Frezzar doesn't have anything in his hand to deal with this 6/6 Blood Knight if it hits the board.
That
But
was really risky.
Strifecro doesn't know that. There could always be execute, so he might...
But it's okay for you if the warrior uses an execute on your free draw, right?
I guess that's true, but Blood Knight is like one of the biggest minions, so it's always worth to have execute for Blood Knight. So Strifecro maybe doesn't want to play that here. There's plenty of other options too. You could go for Knife Juggler into Hero Power here, for example. Getting a bigger board, so to set up a better Cult Master, for example.
You're right. I think I would still go with the Blood Knight here. There's no weapon that can deal with the 6/6 easily, and
Move quickly.
the only way to kill the Blood Knight would be like a Taskmaster with Execute, or Whirlwind with Execute.
Yeah, I mean it all depends on what Strifecro is expecting here. If he expects the board clear, he would go for the Blood Knight. If he expects the single target removal, he would go for this what he did right now. And I like this play a little bit more for sure. Also, especially because you can set up even bigger Blood Knights than just a 6/6. Sure, they are vulnerable to Big Game Hunter then, but less vulnerable to anything else.
Now Frezzar has to think how he wants to deal with the Knife Juggler, because that's one of the creatures that you have to deal immediately with, especially in Paladin that can just spawn at least 3 minions with one card. That's insane. You got like a free Arcane Missiles for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Deathbite would have actually been a decent play, because right now Frezzar doesn't have any AoE available to him, which is actually really important. For example, imagine that if Strifecro played a Master for Battle now, then Frezzar would have any way of dealing with that.
Yeah, well, he can always play the Death's Bite and then destroy it by the second Fear Works.
Yeah, that's true, I guess, but that's kind of a waste of durability stacks.
Yeah.
There we see the Blood Knight, 6/6, the safe choice as usual, because Big Game Hunter is a threat in many warrior decks, that's for sure.
So now the problem is, as you said, there's no AoE, and there's a Quartermaster in Strifecro's hand. So Frezzar has to kill at least one of those recruits, but he has also to deal with the 6/6, but there's no way of actually killing the 6/6.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He might actually get desperate and shield block here, maybe even. But I'm pretty sure we're just
We'll
gonna
just
see
play
a
Belcher.
Sludge Belcher.
Belcher and kill one of the recruits.
Yeah,
And
Belcher
if he would actually play the Death's Bite the turn before, it would be much better. Much
Definitely.
better. The Taskmaster doesn't fit the curve, and I think the Belcher has to be dropped down this turn. The problem is that Quartermaster will go down anyway, and this will mean that the Belcher will be killed easily.
Ah no, there's no way the Quartermaster just hits the board to buff one Silverhand recruit. You need at least 2 to make the Quartermaster good, and you can get
Well, you can
much
always
better
drop
value.
the load up here.
Strifecro can just sit comfortably on this Quartermaster until he
Or-
draws maybe Master for Battle or something like that. He doesn't need to play Quartermaster.
I think
There's
you-
way better options here.
There are so many options here. You can also drop the Cockhammer. Like, you can first play the Elder Peacekeeper, then follow it up with Cockhammer. You can always play also load up and just don't care about anything else.
I actually like the Cold Master here. You can kill off the
I wonder.
you can kill off the Belcher with the Blood Knight and then draw 2
Oh
cards.
look, he got the Divine Shield on the Black Knight.
Oh, that is perfect right there.
Wow. Now he still gets those 1/1s to live on,
Oh yeah.
but remember, only one will get the buff from the quartermaster. I mean, only two, apart from the one Argent Squire. And there's the execute that Frezzar needed the turn before, so late to the party, but at least there's a option to kill this huge creature right now.
There's so many weapons in Frezzar's hand, it kind of clogs up his hand and yeah, doesn't give him many good plays.
He's forced even to kill one of the recruits with a death spite.
Yeah, because he sees that Quartermaster is a real threat next turn, because hero power into Quartermaster gives all those three Silverhand recruits +2/+2.
Yeah.
That's already insane value.
But I think Strifecro will play just a low tap, or he will just play a Cult Master and sacrifice both creatures. I think Cult Master is really good here.
Yeah, for sure. Also, the Cult Master can just hide behind the Annoyance Throne as well. It's also very nice. So the
I think
Master
that's the play here. Cult Master, draw one card first, see what do you draw, and then you just pen out from that.
Right, Annoyance Throne, Cult Master, hopefully. No, actually decides to go for the low tap.
Okay.
So he's gonna decide to attack the Taskmaster with the weapon.
That's the more aggressive route.
Yeah.
So we are seeing back the old Strifecro.
Yeah, I mean this is definitely a very good proactive play. He prevents any sort of spell shenanigans, like a brawl, for example, which would be decent in this situation.
Let the pain speak to me.
But Despite still cleaning house here.
But he has no other play apart from the Acolyte of Pain.
Yeah,
So
Strifecro still in a commanding position here.
Now you can just drop the Dr. Boom. Well,
You don't want to overextend too much into a brawl,
But you
so
didn't
maybe
play
Dr. Boom is not worth playing right now. I'm pretty sure that you first of all clear the Acolyte with the hero,
yeah, for sure.
and then maybe just play like an Argent Squire and the hero power. That's enough already. You don't need to play more.
There was already one Death Spite used already, so there might be some sheeps in further decks, and maybe, well, I don't think anyone will use ghouls in current metagame. The ships are just better.
Yeah, explosive sheep. You have to be able to enable it though as well. So some classes might not be able to make use out of sheep as well as warrior and mage would. Therefore, many classes might have to rely on a stable ghoul after all.
So Strifecro did play the Dr. Boom. There's a whirlwind which can trigger both of the bombs, and
Bombs being 4 damage, that's pretty solid.
yeah, I thought maybe Frezzar will play actually the Sylvanas before the bombs, because that would be a chance to kill the Sylvanas and take one of the creatures. But he didn't do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're most likely gonna see Alder Peacekeeper shrinking that Sylvanas so she cannot trade aggressively into that low tap. Strifecro definitely has a lot of damage on the board, 12 damage already. He could just go face with both his minions and shrink the Sylvanas so the Sylvanas cannot kill anything.
Yeah, I think so. You played the Argent Squire, you played the shielded minibot. There was no brawl.
Yeah, exactly. If there was a brawl, I think Frezzar would have played it, so Strifecro can feel safe here and overextend, I would say. Unless it was just a set up all along, with
Well,
because of Sylvanas being way better.
But I'm sure that Strifecro saw that Sylvanas was just drawn this turn. So it was not a setup.
No, I mean a setup for brawl. I mean.
Yeah, but how can you set up for brawl with Sylvanas when the Sylvanas was just drawn this turn?
The light protects me.
Yeah, you can still set up for brawl. Because if you survive the turn, then it doesn't matter.
Well, there's a Oh, Ragnar's. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Frezzar is dangerously low.
Yeah, he
12
cannot
points
really
of
use
HP.
weapons to kill off the Dr. Boom, that's for sure.
He can
Will be taking
easily
much damage.
heal for 10 points with Shield Maiden and Shield Block, and maybe he will draw into a Shield Slam,
Yeah,
but
that could
that's
happen.
a risky route. But he will first play the Shield Block to maybe get the Shield Slam. This will be quite a huge draw.
If he gets it. Frezzar is in desperate search for answers.
Execute.
Gets
That's also
execute.
okay.
That's perfect. Allows him to play the Shield Maiden too, get some board presence again. What will he attack with this mini bot though? Probably the 1-1 to make Quartermaster work.
For sure. Now Strifecro needs a Master for Battle, and he doesn't get it. Now the game took quite a turn. It's Frezzar in the upper position, I think, right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Strifecro was afraid of that brawl setup. Therefore, he attacked the Sylvanas aggressively instead of just ignoring it. So, yeah, that right now gave Frezzar to get a chance to get back in this game, and he might actually do it. Because Strifecro's draws are pretty unexciting right now. Without that Master for
he
Battle, it's very
clears-
hard to get back in this game.
He clears easily the Elder Peacekeeper. He got 2 bombs. Man, those bombs are so powerful.
I'm pretty sure that's just what changed the dynamic of this match so much, is when Strifecro actually made that play into with attacking into Sylvanas instead of just ignoring it. That was the game changer right there.
Yeah, he
And-
didn't. He didn't play aggressively. He played scared, and this can cost him the game.
My seal for Argon.
Oh man.
Or die! Or both.
No, you don't attack into a bomb. For sure.
So Shield Maiden going down. There's so much. Oh my goodness.
Alex
There's-
Strasser, is this lethal? No. No, there's no way to be lethal.
Yeah, but there's so much stuff for Frezzar in his hand.
Now Strifer wants to bomb the Cult Master first, and that's actually 20% chance to do it. Oh no. But 4 points of damage.
Okay, so Strifecro will draw at least one card off of that Cult Master.
Yeah.
And he will draw a
It's
second
Master
card
for
too.
Battle, but too little too late.
Not necessarily.
Well, we'll see a huge creature on board right here.
Oh,
So
gonna be Ragnaros.
maybe you can even play Gromash. Just kill the Argus.
Yeah, I actually agree with that play, to play Gromash here.
kill the defender of Argus, right?
It just sets up a way better push for damage the following turn. Because right now, see, Ragnaros wasted his
8 points of damage,
so
yeah.
much.
I agree. Gromash would have been the better play here.
But maybe he was afraid of like an Aldo Peacekeeper or a Big Game Hunter. There we finally see the Master for Battle Quartermaster combo. This makes Ragnaros worse as well, because the Ragnaros can just hit one of those Silverhand recruits now.
So there's a brawl, which is not quite good as before.
Yeah, right now you have the good minions on the board, and you don't want to lose those to
You
a
can
brawl.
actually try to go for lethal with a lucky Ragnaros shot.
Oh man, imagine that! Imagine he played Gromash instead of Rag.
Yeah, this will be the game.
Because how much damage it would be?
24.
Yeah, Gromash 10 damage and 14 from Dr. Boom and Gorehole. 24
Yeah.
damage, it would have
Yeah.
been lethal.
Exactly.
So yeah, Frezzar making the mistake, and it cost him. Strifecro gets back in this game, and we will see. Maybe,
He will brawl now.
yeah, maybe we will see a brawl here. I mean, he kind of has to, because this board is threatening lethal.
That's 3, 6, 12, 14, 15 points of damage. Gorehole doesn't make any sense here. You have to play either Gromash and kill one of the recruits and armor up, Or you just play Brawl. There's no other option. Alex Straza? Okay. That's like
Very interesting play. But he made the math and he did the math and counted that he will survive this turn, which is true, because Strifecro only has 10 damage on the board, and yeah, he can only increase the damage by 3 with the True Silver Champion.
So...
Wait, 9 damage on the board. Never mind.
If Strifecro gets an equality here...
I don't even think Strifecro plays equality.
Too bad. That would be insane.
Did Strifecro play equality?
No.
I don't think he has it in his deck.
Yeah, but that would be insane, right?
Yeah, totally.
Well, you still have to kill Dr. Boom with one of your creatures, probably with the Quartermaster. And then just attack for face with 6 damage. 7 to be honest. Alex Straza is already being used, 1 Shield Maiden was used, 2 Shield Blocks were used already, I think. So he's bringing Warrior dangerously low. Maybe he even attacked with the 2 points of damage. No, he didn't.
Yeah, that threat of the 7 damage.
Oh, Taskmaster! That's not lethal at all.
Oh my goodness. What is...
That's only...
This game is so close!
That's only 28 points of damage if Ragnaros will hit face and everything will hit face. With Alex Straza and Gromash with Taskmaster. Well, now that's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, long term, this Ragnaros will be better and better. It wasn't good at first, because it just hit seemingly worthless minions, but the more minions it hits, the better it gets, because, yeah, I mean, Warrior is all about stabilizing right now, and he does it slowly but surely.
It's lethal!
But right now, it's not enough to survive, and
Strifecro makes a
taking this game.
3-0 with Paladin deck, but
oh man,
this game was actually easily winnable by Frezzar, but he didn't opt for the Gromash play. So unfortunately this cost him the game.
Yeah, a little bit of mistake in terms of sequencing there. Gromash into Ragnaros way better than just Ragnaros into...
Well, the usual way you do it is the other way around.